The following podcast is a part of RadioMisfits.com. And now it's time for the Mr. Nailsin Show. Thank you. Well, once again, it's another episode of the Mr. Nailsin Show. It's called that because it has me, Mr. Nailsin, in it. But first, there won't be any new episode of The Cruise because I got sick this week and ran out of time. It happens, and that's just the way it goes. You'll have to deal with that. But in the meantime, I asked Pat Dixon to join us once again as I cover some fascinating stories of rotten sons of bitches. And right off the bat, I'm going to do a bit of an update that of a story that discussed with Pat on his live stream show over at Rumble of a famous criminal, Susan Smith. It seems she was up for parole. But first, welcome to the show, Pat.
Well, yeah, you're interrupting me tying off this noose. There's going to be no cruise this week.
I know, it's sad, but, well, these things happen. Next time.
Yeah.
No, really. All right. So here we are. Oh, come on. Clear up. Thank you. So Smith, after doing 30 years, was up for parole, if you can believe that. And so she had her parole hearing and was denied. So there she is. She's still able to turn on the waterworks. I'm sorry. So she won't be getting out after murdering her 2 kids because her rich boyfriend said he didn't want to have kids. Smith said, go ahead.
I was going to just sing a line from that song, you know. I don't care about your hair. If it all fell out, I'd still love you anyway.
Yeah.
I'll love you forever and ever. Amen.
But if you have kids, fuck you.
Well, hey, for real, though. I mean, like, he made it pretty clear.
Yeah, that was his point. He didn't tell her to go dump him in the lake like that. You know?
If he would have known that she was going to do that, he probably just would have, gone ahead and been with her. Like a real man would.
Yeah, he was
right?
Probably would have come up with some other excuses. Well, the kids and this other thing.
He kind of figured like, well, mama's never picked her kids over some piece of ass. So
right. He figured this is the way to end this.
Just go straight to the nuke.
It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, he didn't fuck around with like, we're just incompatible. And all that. He's like, yeah, you got kids.
Smith
like,
said,
remember them kids? I don't have them anymore.
Yeah, I know.
How about now?
What happened? Some Negro kidnapped him. Oh, really?
You know how they do. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get back together. How about we go shopping for a ring?
And I promise I won't have no more.
Smith said at the hearing, I know that what I did was horrible, and I would give anything if I could go back and change it. Well, not anything. I love Michael and Alex with all my heart. I wish I could take that back. I really do. Oh, yeah, she said she apologized to the first responders who found her boys still strapped in their car seats in the bottom of a lake.
Least I could have done was unstrap them so they float up for you.
That's what she's apologizing for. She says, oh, and I'd like to apologize to the first responders. I'm sorry you had to see that.
You had to swim all the way down and get them. It made it dangerous. I could have let them float. I mean, I hope her waterworks routine is better than it was the first time around because she was like, boo hoo hoo, and nothing.
I know, it was so fake.
It was a good dry cry.
She said she was just scared, didn't know how to tell the people that loved them that they'd never see them again.
Uh,
If only this hadn't happened.
she got scared. Yeah, after she killed them.
Yes, I might be in trouble.
I didn't know how to tell them how. I didn't know how to tell them that I murdered the kids without getting in trouble for it.
So I just told him some Negro did it.
Speaking of which, I'd like to apologize to Negroes
Yes,
generally.
yes, to the to the African American community. Oh God! So her ex husband came in, David Smith, and he said that he disagreed with her assessment. Smith said because the 30 years she spent behind bars has been 15 years per child, which he said was not enough. David Smith continued, she came pretty close to causing me to end my life because of the grief that she brought upon me.
Then it would have been really not enough.
Yes, right. Throw another 15 years. He said he would attend her parole hearings every 2 years to ensure that their death doesn't go in vain. So, yeah, she gets a parole hearing every 2 years now.
Did she threaten to put him at the bottom of a lake if he didn't cut the shit?
David Smith's current wife told the board Michael and Alex didn't get a chance at life. Yeah, they were forced to the death penalty, which is what Susan should have gotten, you know. So the rest of it goes, they all testified that she's a horrible bitch and, this is terrible and all that. But they did add in that while behind bars, Smith has had sexual relationships with guards. So earlier on Pat's show, we discussed this. She had these male suitors and we thought that was odd because typically it's the women who fall in love with these famous killers and that sort of thing. Where here you had quite a few, and one who seemed to be generally taken with the lady, as he was shocked to find out there were other suitors, and it broke his heart.
He's going to show up every 2 years, too.
And yet Susan was upset that none of them would testify in her defense for her parole.
Shocking.
So she's had sex with the guards, and she has access to drugs. So she's doing all right,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's unable to use her pussy to curry too much favor in terms of her parole hearings, but
right.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe you find half tard, that she's a good person.
Yes, please let her out so they can be with me. Yeah. Well,
it's been a long time.
Of course, as the saying goes, if you can parole your victims from the ground, we'll talk. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what does she want to get out for anyway? She's got it made in there.
I know she's getting drugs. She's getting fucked. What else is there? She doesn't have to pay for any of this. Her ex-husband has to pay the taxes that feeds her, So,
yeah, like when she gets out, she can like adopt or anything.
Can you imagine? I missed my chance at motherhood.
Yeah, she's
you.
He's on the lower end of as far as good mothers go. That's towards the lower end.
Yeah. We've got to find a home for these kids. Look.
She's got to be the most unfit white mother there is.
I would say so.
in terms of the like think of it as a lake,
As a lake?
As a lake. Yeah, that's where she ranks, down at the bottom, like strapped into a car seat.
Yes, that's where she belongs.
I love them.
So
They were always well fed. Hope you didn't feed them 20 minutes before you threw them in the lake. They gave
oh my God, yeah.
or drove them into the lake. God,
Yeah,
I
she
got
just
out. I was fine.
oh yeah, I think that was her story that she wanted to commit suicide. Um, but at the last minute, she suddenly found herself throwing herself out of the car. Poor Whit. I mean, come on.
Oh, she didn't confess that it was like about this guy with the kids.
No, she didn't. It's just I think he came forward or
Oh,
something of that nature and said, "Look,
might
I
be
did
important.
yes, I didn't want any kids. You know, I was just trying to break up with this crazy bitch.
But
So I just
I didn't know that black fellow.
yeah, I didn't.
They never did catch the guy either.
No, he remains at large.
Maybe OJ will find him.
Yeah, well, not anymore, unless he's the phantom detective. You know.
Anything's possible.
Yeah. So on a lighter note, boy, that was a terrible story. So here's my one of my favorites. A school teacher sentenced for having sex with 14-year-old more than 20 times.
He's broken in well now.
Jeez.
Damn.
And she's cute, you
He's
know.
quite attractive.
Yeah, because like we another again referring and do check out Pat's live streams during the week. Uh you can request Pat to play you a song. He plays the piano and all that stuff. It's fun.
And we end up talking about some of these things too.
Yeah. And yeah, the reason I refer to it is because we had a recent story of a teacher who had sex with her student. But in her case, she had to pay the student for the sex.
Not this one.
No, this I don't think she should be paying anything. So 32. Yeah, that's about right. 32-year-old former middle school teacher has been sentenced to 30 years in prison for having sexual relations with a 14-year-old student multiple times.
Damn, that's Susan Smith time.
I know. She's got to do Susan Smith years.
We're just fucking again.
And all she did was fuck again.
She brought love.
I know. Man,
that's a little heavy.
Can you imagine having a teacher who looked like that who wanted to jump your buns? And she's got to do 30 years.
I'd feel pretty bad about having opened my big mouth.
That's the thing. It's got to brag.
When do these conjugal visits start? Like to throw my name in the hat.
I'll start writing her letters.
This would be worth a road trip for sure.
Yeah. So in October 2023, the victim came forward, say you snitched, and alleged he had sex with Melissa Curtis beginning in 2015. Damn. Curtis
sex with her for 8 years.
Yeah. Curtis was 22 years old at the time. Wow.
Oh, she was 22.
She was 22. So yeah, so it's 10 years later. And
shit, man. His word against hers. How did she lose this?
I don't know. Worked as a teacher at Montgomery Village Middle School where the victim attended. Prosecutors said Curtis ran an after-school program. The 14-year-old victim was volunteering for, and the two were often alone together. Curtis reportedly sexually assaulted the victim for months until the end of April 2015.
Okay, so now he's 22. He's a much more responsible 22-year-old than she was.
Yeah.
That's telling on her.
You know, basically, you just need to wag your finger at her. No.
Well, we wish we would have got you back when, you know. What is the fucking problem here?
I don't know.
How did he decide later? Like, you know what? That kind of pisses me off.
It says
I got all that pussy when I was 14.
I know. it kind of ruined me. I was at the tip of the mountain. Now what do? I peaked at 14.
I'll get her.
Curtis gave the 14-year-old alcohol and marijuana, and they had sex more than 20 times while he was in the 8th grade. The victim, who is now 22 years old, claimed Curtis touched him inappropriately at the school, performed oral sex on him, kissed him in a vehicle, and had sex with him twice in the defendant's mother's home.
All inappropriately.
Yes, she did. If she had done it in the appropriate manner, we'd be good. But
maybe it'd be different.
The victim also reportedly told authorities Curtis touched his penis with her feet.
At a movie theater.
At a movie theater. And had sex with him at his residence. Curtis
wait. At his mom's and at his place?
I think he said the defendant's mother, so it was at her mother's home, and then later at his house, which I guess is his parents' house.
Right.
Yeah.
So she jacked him off with her feet at a movie theater.
At a movie theater. I wonder what the movie was.
Did you have to go into that?
I know. He gave me a foot job.
Just bend it like Beckham.
Go!
Wait do you see what I can do with my feet?
Oh, jeez. So she pled guilty.
It's a very inconvenient way to touch a guy's penis at a movie theater.
I would think.
Seats like that?
Yeah. Because
lay across the seats.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that happen? Unless he wants to kneel down in front of her chair while she moves her feet up and down.
Was she also a contortionist? She would tie herself up in these pretzels. It was a cool way to fuck.
Wasted on the public school system.
I know. Jeez.
Educator, all right.
She taught him a thing or two. So Curtis pled guilty to 3 counts of 3rd-degree sex offense and was sentenced in November to 30 years in prison.
That's crazy.
I don't see
of 3rd-degree sex offense.
Yeah.
Oh wait, she'll serve the sentence with all 12 months suspended and 5 years. Okay, so she's doing a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she screws around again, then the deal's off. But so basically, she's got that hanging over, but I doubt that'll happen.
Can she resist?
It's been a while since her foot has fondled young dick.
She ain't gonna fuck this guy, I'll tell you that.
No. Boy, did you burn that bridge.
I bet you that's the way he fucking. I bet you that's what happened. Is he get? Hey, you remember me?
Yeah, she moved on to someone else.
No.
Yeah, he's getting his revenge because he can't get over her. My God.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, people do this sometimes.
Yeah. So she'll have to register as a sex offender for 25 years and cannot have unsupervised contact with minors other than her own children.
And even them, it's kind of weird.
I guess she was married and had her own kids.
Yes, moved on.
Yes, and then this guy shows up.
You made it through without any issue here, dude. No, I mean, like if it's like, okay, he's still 14.
Yeah, but
like
he's 22 years old.
Her husband's after him,
Yeah.
He's in all kinds of trouble, and she's pregnant, or anything like that. I say, fuck her,
Right.
But in this case,
and of course,
you're out of the woods.
You reverse the genders, and it's it's different.
I'd still feel the same way. Leave me alone.
Look, that's all in the past.
Imagine some guy giving a sushi job to a chick.
Yes, at the movie theater. But he gave me a sushi job with
his me in the
foot.
Sushi and just left it
there. Wow. How'd he do that? Well, you'd be amazed how flexible he is.
He's something. Or he was back then.
Yeah. Well, the arthritis since then, it's sad.
Yeah. This is this a recent? It's from a police. It's from the police. This is her fucking.
She's been sentenced this month.
But this is
So,
her. What do you call it?
oh, the picture. Yeah, I don't know. It
Mugshot.
says from the police, the county
That's what I
police. I
named
don't
it.
think that's her mugshot. I don't think she would
I
be.
see why it wouldn't be.
It might be.
Like that's the ugliest she ever is. Imagine this guy who's like, "You did what?" That she's married to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's got permanent babysitting duty for the next year.
Oh, all that. The husbands of these bitches.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I would be like, I forgive you for everything. It's just like, what's with this fucking guy?
Oh yeah, that
Why does
shows
he
up
give a
later.
shit?
Yeah.
What a dickhead. You're a grown man, dude.
Well,
You made it through. I mean, like, I've said it enough. I just like, there ought to be some statute of limitations on shit like this, and it ought to be a lot less than 8 years.
yeah. I think he got hung up on her, ran into her at the grocery store, and she gave him the fake "I don't recognize you" stare, and he's like, "Oh yeah."
I was just coming up to compliment your sandals, but fuck you, bitch.
Hey, remember me? Oh well. That's sad, isn't it? Oh, that's too bad.
I'm not sad about it. I think it's great.
It's
All hilarious. There's not one
it's
element of
great
that
for
that's
us.
not funny.
So that's about as happy as it gets for these stories.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thanks for the warning.
It's just gonna get terrible now. As we move to, well, a very fiery story.
Woman, yeah, fucked a 14-year-old to death.
Jeez, I got the thing in the way here. Um, Woman poured gasoline on victim sitting on couch before setting her ablaze and watching her burn to death.
Watched it.
Yeah. So
Shitty looking couch.
yeah,
I'll say that.
now.
I mean, I don't think the fire did much. I don't see anything burned on it hardly. How'd the couch not catch on fire?
I guess it looked a lot better than it does now. So
It's better than some couches
it,
I've had in my living room.
it's like the upholstery is what burned, and that's it. I guess most of the fire was the victim. But when someone says, "I want you off that couch,"
Well, I'm looking at that, and I can pretty much tell victim and perpetrator without much trouble.
yes,
Single white female situation.
must be. I don't know.
You had a lot of fucking assimilating to do yet.
Yeah, you didn't do. You needed to work hard to look like your obsession.
Well, may even be a guy there.
um. Okay. A woman in Virginia who was free on bond for assaulting a person with a pipe is now charged with murder after allegedly dousing someone she knew in gasoline as she sat on a couch and setting her on fire.
Dousing someone she knew.
Yes.
Well, let's keep it really general.
Just happened to know.
There's someone I knew.
Savannah Adams, 28, is accused of killing Wythe County resident Tiffany Dunford at her home in Max Meadow. So it was her couch. Jeez.
You think her name was Wythe County?
I know. I was beginning. Well, man, some of these names, No, it was Tiffany Dunford.
Yeah, and she was done for, all right.
Oh, yeah. She's, I'm afraid, done. The murder unfolded Sunday, November 7th. Wow, this is very recent. In an outbuilding at the property, with Adams allegedly setting Dunford ablaze as she sat on the couch. Footage captured by local affiliate shows the charred and scorched remains of Dunford's couch. Someone called the Wythe County Sheriff's Office that day and reported the incident. Well, that was not something. Leading deputies to find Dunford clinging to life.
She set her on fire. I just calling up there to tell you about it.
You gotta do something about that. Upon arrival, deputies discovered the victim suffering from severe burns covering most of her body. The victim was transported by helicopter to a specialized medical facility for treatment of her injuries. Adams, who knows Dunford through friends and family, allegedly fled from the scene in a silver 2004 Dodge Neon that was identified and shown on Facebook, along with a photo of Adams. She was taken into custody and charged with attempted second-degree murder and felonious assault. Dunford succumbed to her injuries later in the day, leading cops to update Adams' charges of first-degree murder. Here she is in happier times. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's the perpetrator. Yeah.
Fire starter.
Yes, he's the fire starter.
Look at all those bumper stickers on the back of her car. Definite Kamala voter.
That's like from the Bugs Bunny cartoons. Their luggage would always have the stickers all over.
These are well fucking put across there. You know, I saw one today on a Fiat that said, if you get any closer, we're going to have to be in therapy. Okay.
Oh, no.
Definite Kamala voter.
Oh,
bumper stickers are mostly,
oh, they're terrible.
They're mostly, smart ass liberal things. Think globally, act locally.
Oh. Anybody that knew Tiffany, she could light up a room.
Oh my fucking God.
Damn it. Come on.
She could light up a fucking friend on the couch too. That
is terrible.
You could light up a room. If she couldn't, she'd find a way.
Whether she was in the right or wrong, I don't care. I still loved her, but she didn't deserve to be burned.
Hold on a second. I thought they were talking about the fucking fire starter could light up the room. Tiffany Dunford, that's right.
Yeah, Tiffany, the victim. But still, either way, she could light up a room.
That way too.
I know.
It's just that, I saw whether she was in the right or wrong.
Right. Yeah, I don't care. I still love her.
But she didn't deserve to be burned. I don't. Yeah.
Well, no shit.
How wrong could she have been?
Oh, yeah. What is this wrong that you're saying? Hey, maybe sometimes she could light up a room, but sometimes she was a real bitch.
There's no question about this. About whether she was in the right or the wrong. Golly.
She was sitting on her property, and this crazy bitch burned her to death.
Usually, getting set on fire, you don't deal with the victim blamey type stuff. Relatives.
Now, what did you do?
Yeah. What did you do to her? Get her so upset.
Yeah, no one ever asked that question.
She never set anybody on fire before.
Oh, man.
She did something.
She could light up a room. My God. I know it's a common saying, but
yeah, it's just an unfortunate choice of words.
So she was a nice person, and this is
very nice looking too. I mean, she was sexy. She was hot, you know.
Yeah, I know.
She was smoking.
Oh, geez. Police investigators reported that Dunford and Adams were acquaintances who knew each other through friends and family. They both described themselves as mothers. Okay, we're not going to talk about the kid. According,
there was a disagreement over
a couch,
over something dishonest that she'd said. So she set Tiffany on fire. She said, "Liar, liar." Couch on fire.
I just meant to burn her pants off.
I don't know what the big deal is.
So Adams has a lengthy rap sheet and was supposed to be tried Monday in Pulaski County on a July 8th misdemeanor destruction of property.
We could skip that one.
But I mean, did she burn something else? Oh, jeez.
Well, she had a metal pipe in 2023.
Yeah, 2023, she attacked a woman with a metal pipe. Sounds like she was a troubled person. And they just, well, we'll get her when she does something really bad.
But she said, "This that bitch was trying to kill me."
Holy crap. The victim recalled telling the witness in court she was, yeah. And they just, yeah, we'll let her go.
Like, wow.
What's the worst that can happen?
What do you want me to do? Lock her up, throw away the key?
Yes.
That's what the judge said to me when the chick tried to shoot me. Well, what do you want me to do? Just lock her up, throw away the key? I'm like, whatever you typically do with people who try to murder people.
It's attempted murder. What do you want me to do? Lock her up, throw away the key? Come on now.
He was charged with, at that time, with attempted first-degree murder.
Jesus.
Like, okay. Do as you wish then, Judge. Damn. The law smiles on the vagina.
Yeah.
Not in this case,
even well, I mean, well,
she had
to barbecue somebody.
Susan Smith, 30 years. The other one, 30 years. Suspended a sentence, of course.
Yeah.
Somebody who set some bitch on fire.
I would think death penalty.
Right or wrong. I mean, yeah. Unless you can, self-defense. I'd have to hear the circumstances, but
right,
I'm pretty sure that this fire bitch is a cunt.
Yes, I think so. And this previous victim said, "Hey, look, she was trying to kill me." They just, "What do you want me to do? Lock her up?" And so here we go. She barbecued somebody. They do tend to escalate,
Yeah.
But we just got to wait for that to happen, apparently.
I just wish that we knew exactly how she set her on fire. I mean, accelerant, I guess. She squirted it on there. Just probably.
Yeah, well, they said they poured gasoline all over her.
Poured gas all over her.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That woman was engulfed in flames.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Let's see the 6 comments. Do they make you sign in?
Do they? Oh, yeah, they probably no. Oh, okay. Grandma Peg says no indication of a motive, though it's evident that Savannah is a dangerous person, being that she hacked the Facebook account of the victim's cousin to post nasty things about her. I'm guessing jealousy was a prime motivator. Man, why would you even let this woman in your house? Anybody that knew Tiffany, she could light up. Yeah, they could light up a room. Not sure that was the best. Yeah.
8 upvotes. So they're on the page.
Savannah hated to lose a good couch. Garfield Campbell says ugly people shouldn't argue. Don Saul, stop this monster from breeding at least. And John Smith,
no risk of that, really.
No.
There's some hard up dudes.
Yeah. John Smith continues to live, says crazy bitch. And there you go. You're right, John Smith. That is the conclusion.
I don't disagree with anybody there.
No.
She was so she could light up a room.
Is that the eulogy?
We all know how she could light up a room.
Yes. I mean, listen, she was beautiful. She was hot. Oh,
I mean,
look, let's just close it with a prayer. And oh my God. Ooh. But you know what? The couch, it still looks better than that one where they let that girl melt into it.
Yeah.
And she shit all over it.
Smells better too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, strange. I bet you this one here was a Trump Kamala fight.
Could be.
Because the dumb eyelashes chick there who can light up a room.
Yeah.
She looks like a Trump voter.
She was a Trump voter.
The other one is not.
No.
I bet you anything that's what it was.
She says Donald Trump is a threat to women.
And that's exactly why they're not talking about it.
And proceeded to burn a woman alive.
Yeah. The irony isn't lost. But I really do think.
Yeah, the motive is just not mentioned at all. They give her background that she's crazy, but
she's crazy. So
Yeah.
that's not a motive. That's just a condition.
Right. Something would set her off,
I did it because I'm crazy. Mad about being crazy. Hmm.
So yeah, they put and this is law and crime, they tend to be they have a certain bent, Pat. So if that was anywhere in the story, it's not gonna show.
That's what it is. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. It's like New York Post got the story about the woman married to a trans woman murdered her father on election night. And then, well, did this have anything to do with that? How can you just jump to that conclusion? New York Post comes in. Yeah, that was it. Trump won, and so she killed daddy.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, the trans woman was the saner of the two.
Hmm.
Go figure.
Not saying much.
No, not really.
Just wasn't crazy enough to hack a guy to death with an axe because he wouldn't turn the lights off.
Turn the lights off. It was so messed up, but what do you expect?
But I want those lights off, damn it.
So enough bashing the women here. We'll go to this man who is a smoker, Pat, and got upset over cigarettes. So a Ohio man allegedly killed victim with samurai sword after he asked for a cigarette. Oh, wait, maybe the victim is the smoker. I guess I read it wrong. Jeez.
This
So
guy's
there,
eyebrows, don't he?
yeah, he
Yeah,
looks like
just
that guy. He was in a lot of Twilight Zone episodes.
mid transformation in a Lon Chaney movie.
Yeah, yes. Oh
Where
no, the
there's just
curse.
it just fades into a few more hairs and then fades into a few more hairs. This is
Uh,
just right after the first one. Just the eyebrows are a little too bushy.
Police recently arrested a 48-year-old man accused of stabbing and killing a man after the victim asked for a cigarette. I mean, I know it's annoying.
Nearly asked for a cigarette. So sure, that's exactly how it happened. Can I have a cigarette? Yeah.
Yeah. He pulls out a samurai sword.
Don't
Just,
ask people with samurai swords
yeah.
for anything.
So, the night of November 16th, officers and fire personnel responded to the report of a stabbing on Walnut Street. The victim, 35-year-old Kyle Brown, was transported to Miami Valley Hospital and died from his injuries. Police identified Matthew McKnight as the primary suspect and found him near the scene. One
Also,
person,
the secondary suspect and the third area suspect.
one person said that Brown asked for a cigarette before McKnight allegedly just took some kind of samurai sword, maybe it's not really one, and stabbed him. The witness, Sheila Horn, said Brown was homeless and lived at the bridge.
Lived
Horn,
at the bridge.
yeah,
So the guy was trespassing to begin with.
yeah,
There's just one cigarette tax to walk through there.
yeah, probably, yeah. And he said he pulled a knife on me before because I went to ask for a cigarette and I had to run. So he's getting tired of being asked for cigarettes.
Oh, Horn also lives at the bridge.
Yeah, she's another homeless woman, or a homeless person rather. So McKnight was arrested and booked into the Dark County Jail.
Wow.
He lives in Dark County, the Dark County Prosecutor's Office.
He stabbed a man named Brown in Dark County. You getting the drift here? This motherfucker looks homeless too.
Yeah, I know. We thought you was one of us. Maybe he is. They don't specify.
I think, well, it says that they knew each other.
Yeah,
How
he
many
probably
homeless?
is.
How many
Yeah.
homeless people do you know? Oh, I know him. I mean, you see some homeless guy you regularly see. Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah. Like
It's
at
not
work.
like, well, they know each other.
Yeah. So for the last time, I'm not giving you a cigarette. And it was the last time.
Well, guy really overreacted, I think, according to the story.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, give me a cigarette or I'll fucking kill you.
But how many homeless guys have samurai swords? You know,
Uh,
well,
yeah,
this one.
Sacred Order of the Samurai, usually homeless in this way.
Never give cigarette. It's
Instead of other things.
dishonorable. Oh,
Oof.
wow. Goodbye, that one. Okay. The next one, here we have back to the bitches, but where they have influence over their men. So, woman told boyfriend to finish off man, not in a good way. They stabbed 10 hours earlier so she didn't have to see him suffering while they robbed him.
Well, you assume it's not in the good way. And maybe that would help him suffer less. Finish
So,
him up. She burned the coal, yet he pays the toll.
so yes, this is an interracial couple. There's
An interspecies couple. Look at that fucking face she's got.
yeah,
I mean,
she's got the man. That's the crazy look.
that's yeah. I've seen that look.
Oh, let's see here. Woman told boy, yes, finish him off. 20-year-old woman in Texas and her boyfriend of the same age have been accused of robbing and brutally killing a man who had allowed the couple to live with him in his condominium. Okay. Drugging his drink and stabbing him multiple times. So I guess you're right, Pat. He expected to be finished off, but
Yeah, this wasn't what you would call an unconditional kind of a residency
yeah.
there, I'm sure.
Haley Barber and Leo Moore were taken into custody and each charged with one count of capital murder by terror, threat, or other felony. Okay. As
All
well
right.
as one count of evading arrest or detention.
So capital murder would be that he died in the commission of another crime, the robbery.
Oh, okay. All
Even
right.
if the robbery was just incidental.
Yeah.
It sounds like they wanted his stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And he fought and they ended up stabbing him. The victim was a 53-year-old. Oh, man. He's about my age. Johnny Mac Ross Jr.
A little bit lonely.
Yeah. Yes. Moore was also charged with one count of property theft valued at $2,500.
Hmm.
I don't know what he stole, but
He gets that additional robbery charge.
yeah. According to a news release from the police department, officers at around 1 a.m. on November 11th, 2024, responded to a report regarding a deceased individual at a residence. Okay, it's not giving me much.
Dead guy.
Upon arriving, first responders said they located an adult male later identified as Ross, who appeared to have suffered multiple stab wounds and was pronounced dead on the scene. Officers on the scene also noted that they observed evidence indicating foul play within the residence.
Hmm.
Probably, the blood and shit. A
Yeah.
preliminary investigation determined that Ross suffered, again, multiple stab wounds with a
Hmm.
knife. Investigators all
He was
what?
dead on the scene with a bunch of stab wounds.
Yeah,
And a preliminary investigation determined that might be what killed him.
you think so?
Well, he was also poisoned.
Oh, that's good.
Well, they
Investigate.
had no hope of getting away.
Yeah.
They stole his Mercedes.
Yeah.
And then around 1 o'clock, they located the stolen vehicle, just driving. And then the officers attempted to stop him, and they go, "Gun it!" And pit maneuver or something.
Yeah.
They stopped. They stopped and fled on foot.
Yeah.
We're never going to get away in this stolen car.
Well, on fleeing on foot didn't work either. Uh, Police say they obtained evidence showing that Barber and Moore knew Ross and were responsible for his death. So I don't know. Maybe they took some selfies together and it was on his phone. Well, Barbara sold a car to one of her friends that she claimed belonged to her grandfather, but that was actually owned by Ross. That friend accompanied Barbara to Ross's condo to get a spare key for the vehicle and said that the home had a foul smell.
You have a spare key? Wow, it stinks in here.
Oh
Don't
my
pay attention to that.
God. The friend then asked about Barbara's grandfather, and she allegedly showed him Ross's body.
There he is. He's sleeping. Oh, he bleeds when he sleeps. Don't worry about that. Yeah, he always sleeps on the floor.
Barbara then allegedly confessed to the friend that she and Moore had drugged Ross's drink and stabbed him.
Might as well confess at this point. You brought her inside. There's a stinking corpse on the ground on the floor. Hey,
You bring this person.
that's my grandpa. Anyway, here's that spare key.
It's
How about this? You ever think of, hey, wait out here. I'll be right back.
right.
Think of that.
Oh, the spare key. That's in his pocket. Hang on.
I mean, it's in his he's napping right now. I'll just get it out of his pocket. Spare key. Just a spare key. That can wait.
Yeah. You could have one made. The friend then alerted his mother and called the police. See, this is where you messed up.
Hey, Mom.
You know that girl I like?
Yeah, that car got a real good deal on it, but there's a little bit of a problem.
Something didn't smell right.
It was wrapped up in a back bedroom. That's my grandpa.
So inside the condo, police reportedly found a Bowie knife, blood stains on the couches, and bloody towels and shoes that had been put away in the closet. Ross's body was found wrapped in garbage bags. Sheets. Yeah, that's how Grandpa likes it.
Yeah. Just keep wrapping him. We don't need to dispose of him. We'll just
Yeah, what the hell?
smell gets a little noticeable. Just wrap him a couple more layers.
A neighbor's doorbell camera showed the two suspects enter and leave the condo multiple times during the time frame police believe Ross was killed. Authorities were able to okay, yeah, they caught him. During the interview with police, Barbara allegedly admitted that she and Moore planned to steal Ross's money and cars. Moore allegedly admitted that he waited until Ross was asleep on the couch before stabbing him in the neck. The two reportedly left the apartment for about 8 to 10 hours before returning to find Ross still alive.
Holy shit. Still alive.
Barbara then reportedly directed Moore to finish off Ross so she didn't have to watch him suffer.
Well, you really need to get into who directed the whole thing to happen.
It was her idea.
I didn't want to.
Yeah. She said, I don't get no pussy if I don't. Moore allegedly admitted that he then stabbed Ross in the upper back multiple times. So they're in Dallas County Jail.
Oh, it's only $1 million bond.
Yeah.
They get to keep the car money.
Yeah, I don't know. They sold it,
Fair and square. Mine is keeping.
He's not going to need it anymore. So,
is that a tattoo that he has there by his eye? Is it a teardrop tattoo?
It looks like it.
Yeah, so fuck him too.
Yeah. I mean, he's got tats on his neck and everything.
He looks more like some kind of dark Spanish than black, doesn't he?
He might be, yeah. Especially with those type of tats.
There's just something about not quite African American, but like Dominican maybe or something.
Could be, yeah. And she comes from batshit crazy. So
like
anyway,
that's the condo where they killed him. I mean, that's a pretty shitty looking place.
That's not much. Yeah.
With the fucking look at the dish.
Yeah. Still had one.
I mean, this guy had 2 cars. One's a Mercedes.
Yeah.
He's got a little. Yeah, they were there. Hey, you guys could stay with me, but 4 hands and 2 mouths between you.
Oh my God.
I want to be feeling it. Anything in the comments on this one?
Oh yeah. See, that would be one where they could say, "Hey, he sexually assaulted me and stuff." Uh, boyfriend looks like a Bill Dagger,
A bull dagger, I
a
guess.
bull dagger, I guess.
Homo, probably.
Oh,
Or maybe a lesbo.
oh, gee. It's a trans man. Just Jungles. I'm more confused, intrigued by the circumstances by which these 20-year-old couple was living with a random 53-year-old single man. Really?
As your avatar would say, allow me to explain.
Yeah.
Just jungles. Well, it would seem that
He wanted
they
his
were
cock sucked. Guided by principle says, why did they choose to kill him after drugging his drink? Just take the cars. There's no good reason to kill him. If I was a robber, I never would be one. I would never hurt the people I'm robbing. All right, whatever.
so extra charges don't get added on if I get caught. Smart. That's
See,
the
I
guy.
thought this through.
I'm guided by principles. My principle is don't add on extra charges if I rob somebody, which I wouldn't do.
You had him drugged. Just rob him.
They murdered him for no good reason. Modern children are punks. So
That's what Garfield Campbell responds.
they just do these things for kicks nowadays. Oh, it's Grandma Peg again.
Yeah.
It's because you, as your name states, guided by principles. These two obviously are not. Instead, they appear to be totally depraved excuses for human beings.
Well, thank you, Grandma Peg.
Well, it's a shame. Burn the keys.
Bob says, isn't it amazing what can be accomplished when the races worked?
We have a winner.
John Smith continues to live. Upon arriving, first responders said they located an adult male, later identified as Ross, who appeared. Oh, okay, he's quoting the article. Gee, you think the fact that he was stabbed multiple times would have indicated foul play? Yeah, okay.
I see Detective Obvious was on the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not pithy, not funny.
Why, look, nobody else mentioned it. They knew it.
Look, if you're going to have any career in funny comments, step it up there.
Yeah, even Grandma Peg's better than you.
When the races work together.
Yes. So imagine missing what they could have. There's always one in there. So, similar story. This couple handled the situation, was the quote of the angry wife who got her husband to stab and disembowel pizza worker over botched order.
Similar, but without the jungle fever.
Yes, they kept it within their race. So, a woman in Virginia, upset over a botched pizza order, got her husband to allegedly stab and disembowel a worker who was arguing with her about it. Handled the situation, said Catherine Harper, 45, in a phone call with her husband, Corey Harper, 47.
Handle it, Corey.
He's got in an argument with a 24-year-old employee at the fast casual pizza chain, Mod Pizza. Court documents describe the midday attack in graphic detail, with it allegedly being over a botched order for the Seattle-based pizza joint. Well, Seattle, good God, the madness that exists there. The victim was stabbed several times in the back, in the front, and one long cut across the torso, exposing the victim's intestines.
Capital V in victim. Interesting.
Yeah. I wonder.
And it's capitalized both times. They're starting to capitalize victim now.
I guess that's they consider that to be more respectful since they don't want to use the victim's name. I don't
Your victim. That's Mr. Victim to you. Posing Mr. Victim's intestines.
know. Jeez. Mr. Victim's intestines.
Playing at the Mercury Lounge.
Yes, exactly. Corey Harper and the wife left the scene. A judge in Norfolk General District Court ordered the couple to be held without bond. Court case records show Corey Harper is facing felony charges of malicious wounding and brandishing a firearm, while his
Malicious
wife
wounding and brandishing a fire.
yes.
Wow. Those are some scaled back charges.
I would say so. The guy's guts are hanging out.
You gutted him.
Yeah, but he was waving a firearm, which he didn't use.
Second degree inappropriate slicing.
While his wife is charged with conspiracy to commit malicious wounding. Well, it's Seattle, Pat. I guess they're gonna flee this down too. God damn.
That pizza was pretty fucked up.
Mod Pizza sent a statement to Wavy, I guess that's their affiliate, saying Wavy, saying the chain and management was dismayed to hear about the victim's near-death experience over. Oh, so he survived over a botched order.
No less. Well, we'll certainly be more careful with our pizzas in the future.
Just could you put it in the suggestion box?
That's what this side of restaurant. Holy shit. I figured this was on the guy's doorstep when it was delivered or something.
No, this was at the restaurant. Yeah.
So why did she instruct him over the phone to handle it?
I guess she called him and he rode over there to, I don't know.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I heard you fucked up the pizza.
Yeah. He comes charging in there.
Come and handle it.
Oh, God.
Wow.
We were dismayed to learn about an argument inside our Norfolk Lake Wright restaurant involving one of our employees and two guests. The altercation resulted in one of our mod squad members being hospitalized and the arrest of one of the guests. Please understand
that still got to get the branding in there.
Yeah.
And one of our mod squad members. I'd be furious. I would be irate if I was like, I am not a mod squad member. I'm a dude.
Yes. He gutted me, you fucker. Please understand that this is an active investigation and we are cooperating with the local police. While our team member recuperates in the hospital, we are conducting our due diligence and we'll make a well thought out decision about this situation.
We might have to let him go.
That's exactly what this could be his fault.
Whoa. Read the next sentence.
Mod Pizza has zero tolerance for behavior that escalates conflicts, whether initiated by a guest or a team member. Seattle in a nutshell.
We don't want to ban them from Mod Pizza, but we're going to investigate whether that's...
It could be our Mod Squad member said some things he shouldn't have.
Well, he was white. Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Not a hate crime, though.
He had to...
You're mad about the fucking pizza.
He had to pick up his guts and carry them into the hospital.
Let me get the manager.
God. Mod officials say they're fully cooperating with Norfolk Police Department.
Officials. Officials.
Yes. And their top priority is creating a fun and inspiring place to work and a great place to eat in the wake of the bloodshed.
Now, would anybody expect a restaurant to not fully cooperate with the police? We even need to say that.
Well, in this case,
fully cooperating. We're talking. We are not holding back. Top priority is creating a fun and inspiring place, not necessarily a safe place, but a
Well,
great place to
you
eat.
can't say it was boring.
They're still branding like
Yes.
you're a
Yeah.
fun place, inspiring to work here. Come on, man.
Moments like these force organizations to re-examine employee training
Holy shit.
and, and look for ways to reinforce values and expectations.
Where did we fall short in training, man? Listen, if they have a problem with the pizza, customer's always right.
If they do, bare your guts and allow them to disavow you.
Whether they brandish a gun, cut you open, they are the customer and they're black. They're
Oh my
black.
God.
Not only are they customers, but they're black.
Yeah, you got to factor
What did you
these.
what did you do?
Exactly. That's exactly.
What did you do wrong?
What did you do, Larry?
They force organizations, officials say.
Yes.
I cannot believe this.
This, actually, this could turn out to be very beneficial. We learned something.
It's a teachable moment.
For God's sake, did they give the guy's name or not? 24-year-old kid. All right.
His name, oh yeah, there was his name. Pete Za.
uh, Garfield Campbell says there is something in their water or in their blood. Wishing Well says Black Lives Matter. Grandma Peg, these two lowlifes are lucky the victim didn't die. I don't think it would have they would have done sometime, but not a lot. It doesn't sound. And then the Mod Pizza would apologize for them and give them character references.
Although I hope his employer doesn't blame him. It says he's suffered enough. Yeah, it'd suck if he lost his job.
For God's
You know what,
sakes, don't go back.
My pizza is getting sued if I was this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Saying this shit afterwards.
God. Yeah, what can we learn from this?
Skip Dance Baby. That's a shitty one.
Oh.
The delivery.
Oh, the delivery joke. Don said
that is too.
Okay. T Bonius. Mod Pizza has a zero tolerance policy towards disembowelments of any brave stand.
But they didn't even say that.
No, they didn't. They're not. So they don't have a policy towards it. What did our employee do to instigate this? Is their position.
Someone escalated it, and we don't think that it started with the escalation itself.
What did we do to cause a man to gut one of our employees?
Someone steps on the gas, but the car rolls over people.
That's right.
Who hit the escalator here? That's what we need to find out.
Lila says typical corporate, blaming the employee for nearly getting killed because he dared question one of these entitled losers looking to get their food for free. Downsall, they need to arm their drivers. Yeah, it's not going to happen in Seattle.
Dumb fuck, you didn't even read the story. It was in the restaurant.
Yeah.
They need to arm their drivers.
Oh, yeah, he's thinking it's a delivery driver. Yeah.
Didn't even read it.
Yeah.
Dumb fuck. Not that he's wrong. I mean, although, you don't need to put guns in the hands of just. All right, here's your pizza. Here's your hot bag. Here's your gun. Here's your hat and your gun. Got a driver's license. All right, here's your gun.
Marie says the couple more than likely ordered it wrong, as some people do. They tried to shift the blame going to, I don't care what the problem was with the pizza. That doesn't matter. John Smith says they aren't known for their intelligence. What do you mean, John?
Don's all IQ tests say like this SATs are racist. Shh,
John,
don't tell
don't
anyone.
tell anyone. Oh, God. Lisa Ryle, dumb shits. HJ Houth should have ordered a LLC online. Well, whatever. Don't play around in the community. Seattle-based pizza joint. I'm surprised they didn't apologize to Mutt and Jeff for getting their order.
They almost did.
That's pretty much what they did. Again with the food aggressive behavior. What the fuck? Well, we're at the end. So they don't know how to behave in civilized society. Repulsive table manners. Giggle.
What do you mean by they? Customers?
Maybe employees. Mod Look, pizza.
I'll come and handle it.
I was disrespected. Come and handle it. Okay, baby. I'm on the way.
I'll cut him open. Like you said I would.
You got a lot of guts to
let's see him.
Oh my God. This is a learning experience.
At least no babies were harmed in that story.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, they're still not as bad as Susan Smith.
No teenagers were fucked.
Yes. They didn't fuck it.
No one was set on fire, thank God.
Yeah. So we ended on a lighter note.
Lighter note. Hell, no one was even killed.
Hey, that's right. Only gutted.
The guy now, every time he eats a pizza, gonna have to do it on the toilet.
Oh my God! Yeah, he's probably
they'd remove a lot of that intestine.
Oh, Jesus!
You now have 16 inches of intestine.
And your fucking employer says, "What did you do wrong?"
Like, we're gonna have to re-examine the whole.
He's got to be feeling like I got to gut some bastards myself.
Mod pizza.
Oh, all right. There we go. Lovely stories. I hope you enjoyed them as much as we did. Thanks, Pat. And be sure to check out Pat Dixon, his live stream at Rumble, for some lovely music and stories akin to these and much more. And also catch us doing New York City Crime Report at censored.tv, because there's still a lot of crime in New York City. And, we talk about it.
That there is.
Yeah. All right. Have a good one.
Skies turn purple, waves crash like thunder. In God's mind, a cosmic wonder. Mr. Nailsin vibes in the night. Truth and madness fuse in the twilight. Stars in the waves embrace. Doug Nailsin sees the world in outer space. As the horizon really unknown dwells, Mr. Nailsin laughs to the ringing bell. Catch the mind in Mr. Nailsin show. Surf the streams where the wild winds blow. Doug Nailsin taking you far and wide. Buckle up, it's a freaky ride. Voices ripple through the time like ghosts unseen. Mr. Nailsin cuts through the routine, seeking answers in the waves of hypnotic trance. Doug Nailsin, author of the coming dance. Deep blue ocean tales untold. Mr. Nailsin lets the legends old. Dive into the unknown depths tonight. Doug Nailsin cracks the secrets light. Calling like a distant shore. Mr. Nailsin feels for more and more. The Nailsin showing you the hidden truth. Ride the waves of cosmic